Switching from throwing stoneware to porcelain is always a bit of a shock to the system, as simply put, you can't just keep throwing like you did before, without the vessel simply collapsing or undulating out of control. To mitigate this change as best I can, I always try to throw really slowly and with very little water, but at least with this particular shape I'm making, which is the bowl shape you'll have seen plague my feed recently, they need to be thrown thickly, as they're trimmed into a much more specific shape at the leather hard stage. And that's helpful, I suppose, for these, as it means I'm not pushing it to its absolute limit. Regardless, the first few pots when making the change from stoneware to porcelain are always pretty rough, and with a shape like this that will have an indented top, I tend to throw that feature into the vessel rather early on before shaping the rest of the piece properly. This way I don't struggle to throw the delicate shape at the top when the walls are thinner and therefore more flimsy. I press in around the top and scrape away the slip to create these two facets, and once those are set, I'll begin bellying out the bowl from underneath. And just so you're aware, there is a ton of clay left in the foot of this piece, which I do intentionally, I should add, as I'll be trimming these to have really tall feet. The really great thing about having all that extra material in the foot though, is that it makes it much easier to lift off the wheel, as I can simply prod my fingers into the excess material around the bottom, even if it indents the porcelain here. I'm going to be trimming past that once the piece is leather hard. The thicker bottom also helps the rim keep its shape. In fact, it sort of helps the entire vessel remain sturdy, as it's wired through and pried away.